Let me put y'all in a little game.
That is not going to happen.
When I was younger, I used to loathe the statement, well, you're just really intimidating. I used to hate it. I was like, why does no one hit on me? Why does no one come up to me in the club when I'm at a restaurant, when I'm out by myself, taking myself on a date? Ain't nobody coming up to me. Ain't nobody hitting on me. Let me tell you, at 27 years old.
Okay, can we figure out why no one's coming up to her and approaching her?
Yes.
Could it be the demonic biker tattoos?
Yes.
Could it be the bull ring?
Yes.
You look like you're a bitch. Women with bull rings are usually bitches. They're not usually pleasant and loving and caring and welcoming. You look like the type who's ready to cuss somebody out at all times. But let's hear her out. Maybe she'll say something profound.
Not a chance.
It is the best gift I could ever ask for, okay? And let me tell you why. As much as y'all like to say that men are stupid, let me tell you one thing about men. Men know who they can play with and around on, okay? As an intimidating woman, I don't get around on or played. I might have got played like twice in my entire life out of the 10 years I've been dating, okay?
How do you lack so much self-awareness that you don't see how stupid all of this is?
It is a biggest blessing in disguise. Is it annoying when I go with my girlfriends and I'm sitting there and we're all having a good time and then all the guys are going up to my other girlfriends? Yes, duh. But it means that I'm unfuckwittable, okay?
Yes, you're unfuckwittable. Yeah, nobody wants to fuck with you. Yeah, that's not a good thing. It tears her apart. She has to find some type of, cope to say, no, it's actually a good thing that men don't like me. I'm actually living my best life. I like being undesirable to men. Are you fucking kidding? Nobody believes you, ma'am. Nobody believes you.
Why did you feel like you had to lie to me?
Is that gray I see? Is that gray in the roots? Yeah, it's all downhill from here, ma'am. How many rings do you need in your nose? Like, seriously. The bull ring wasn't enough? I wouldn't even have a one-night stand with this woman, and she's fairly attractive.
That's a damn lie.
Protect your energy, fellas. Protect your energy.
And I'll take that any day over the shit that my girlfriends be complaining about and crying about. And this guy didn't do this, and this guy cheated, and cannot relate, because the way that I present myself out in public, I always walk with my shoulders back and my head high, serious face. And I smile at anybody who smiles at me first, but I'm not walking around with a little sedity happy smile on my face. No. I'm walking around with a serious face. And then I'm kind to people that are kind to me.
That is bullshit.
Very simple. But men know who the they can play with. That's why being intimidating is a good thing.
Does this woman give off the type of energy that she's kind to people in any way, ever, for any reason?
Hey, hell no!
Here's the thing. If you intimidate Chad and Tyrone, Long Stick Rick, and Long John Ron, we know you're not going to mess with Average Joe. So you're just going to be alone the rest of your life. Your energy doesn't attract anybody. The F boys or the good boys or the whatever boys. So what's the end goal for you here, man? This energy ain't working out for you.
And man can call you a look, the right man is not going to find your intimidation unattractive. He's going to find it amazing and like a challenge. Men like challenges or whatever. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. So who cares about being intimidating? It's frustrating, yes. Being intimidating just wards off the weirdos and the players and stuff. So count yourself lucky, okay?
I'm just glad that atrocity is over.
95% of men don't find a masculine woman attractive. And even if some guys see it as a challenge, they see it as a challenge to get past the wall so they can hit them skins and then kick you to the fucking curb. They're not thinking, let me get past this wall of hers so I can make her the mother of my offspring. No way. Who wants to deal with this? The only type of dude who would see this as a fun challenge is a toxic dude who gonna do you like he do your girlfriends. There is no win for a woman like this. There is no happy ending for a woman like this, no matter what. Even if she go to therapy and she get healed and she change her demeanor. She's
a waste of fucking space, dude. She might be good to cut down her throat, something like that, and after that, she's fucking in the dating market, she's done.
Really sad and very concerning how society has modern women like totally gaslit and brainwashed into somehow believing that working a full-time job, having children if you choose to have children, and doing most of the childcare and doing most of the domestic household duties is wonderful. That's an improvement in women's lives. And no matter how I look at it, that's a bad deal.
Yes, duh.
Yeah, it is a bad deal, but you guys aren't smart enough to not get tricked. If a woman want to be a boss chick and have a successful career and make over 6 figures, cool. But there's going to be some trade-offs. you're not going to get a high earning alpha male. You could get a broke alpha male who's jobless and you could pay his bills and he could stay at home with the kids. So then you can have the guy, the kid, and the, high earning career and be a boss babe. But you can't have it all. Hey folks, we'll be back to the video in a second. Be sure to like and comment anything under the video. It's the only thing that's going to help us grow and blow this channel up. But you know how tired I get listening to these dingbats? Really, go ahead and support the content by joining the Patreon or the YouTube membership. It really gives me motivation to keep breaking down these numbskulls. For low as $5 a month, you get one exclusive video a week, and the more memberships I get, the more perks I'll add. So show some love to your sensei.
How about no?
Those are like 4 or 5 separate jobs that are now just the norm and, the expectation for women in these modern type of relationships, 50-50 relationships. It's a scam. I definitely fell for it.
Dummy.
I used to operate like that for a really long time. Because that's kind of like the messaging that was around me, like in society and in school. Until I started getting older, and I started like realizing like, wait, like something is like, I felt something was very deeply wrong. I looked around and I didn't see equality. I didn't see fairness. I saw women stressed out, miserable, working.
Women are going to be stressed out and miserable either way, and they're going to say life's not fair either way.
I know it's never all, but this is a most of the time thing.
Even if this woman met a 7-figure man at 19 and married him and had, his babies, she would say, I do all the housework, or you're never around, that's not fair. Yeah, he's never around. He makes 7 figures. Women are going to find something to complain about, and they're going to find something to, be victims about, and they're going to find a way to be miserable one way or another.
Like, these 3-4 different roles plus their actual job, and busting their ass for what? For what? A man who's going to ask them to Venmo them for their half of the pizza they got last night?
My nigga.
Suffering and being burnt out and secretly wondering, why doesn't he spoil me? Like, why doesn't he cherish me? Why doesn't he come to me and say, honey, like, I love you so much. Like, I don't want you to work anymore. There's no polarity in these like 50-50 relationships because it's just like a relationship between 2 men, really.
I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no bro.
Are you just waiting for a nigga to pay your rent before you give him some coochie or your number or conversation? You're a prostitute. None of these niggas out here is about to work a whole job to pay your motherfucking bills, bitch.
Okay, so what's your advice to women? Do what they've already been doing and try to compete for the top 10% men and fail miserably and end up being worse off than they would have been if they just would have made a deal with a 50-50 man? 90% of women are going to fail miserably at locking down a top 10% man. Why do these women think a relationship is about them getting spoiled and them having the easiest life possible? That's never been the case throughout history. Women worked, whether it was in a household, whether it was at a job, women have always contributed to the household and put in work and, was willing to be miserable for the greater good. That's always been the case. When did this princess thing come about? You're not a fucking princess. You're a basic average bitch.
She just hopes that the typical beta chump fool. Oh my God, she's a princess, dude. She's a woman. You should treat her with respect, dude, because she's a woman. She's hoping she can still get that.
Never forget that everyone is a princess.
They want everything for nothing, and by the time they find out the world don't work like that, their life is completely screwed up to the point of no fixing it.
If you're both providing, then you're both in the masculine role. Now, whether it has to do with your gender or whatever, that's not about it. But I'm talking about feminine and masculine energy. And in order to have a polarized, attracted, healthy, magnetized relationship, you need to have one provider and one feminine receiver. I know for sure that I'm much happier now that I stopped listening to that, like, quote unquote, bullcrap. Ladies, don't ever take a bad deal like that. No relationship is worth it. If you get with a man, that man better be adding a lot of value to your life.
I'm only burning my half. All you care about is money.
I'm going. I want my money right now.
Go get your money. Don't worry.
The arrangement is over.
No kidding. No kidding.
But you don't add any value to his life. So he'll be a damn fool for taking that deal. Fellas, don't take a bad deal. Like you just told the ladies, don't take a bad deal. And most modern women are a bad deal. If you with a woman, she need to be busting her to show you her value every day because you're the one doing her the favor. Seriously, men are the ones doing the woman the favor because they're just getting worse as time goes by. Mentally, emotionally, just every way. If a man's working, he's, being a leader, he's doing X, Y, and Z, doing what a man's supposed to do. There's nothing that woman can do that can match that value. A man's supposed to take a shot for her. Somebody being willing to, sacrifice themselves for you. There's no amount of cooking, cleaning, and screwing they could do to equal that value.
You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
You shouldn't say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.